is still free for now. Her bag isn't quite big enough for me to think that she is due too quickly. And she's been cooped up in here for a long time, so we're gonna keep letting her roam free. So my little project for the day is, when we first put Lou in here, we put a corn bale in here so that she would have a fresh place to foal. But because she hasn't foaled yet and she's been in here for so long, she's got it all stamped down and full of crap, and so it's just not very nice in here to foal anymore. So what we're going to do today is, I can't fully clean out this area today. I have confirmation, so I will be busy watching my little cousins get confirmed. But for the morning, I'm just gonna kind of clear out a little bit of area that I can with a pitchfork. We'll take the bobcat in here and scoop it all out, but just like along the edges and stuff, and just getting the rest of the corn bale, and where she was fed hay, she's already got a pretty decent buildup. So I kind of already started making piles, cleaned out that corner fairly well and made a pile over there, and just kind of getting the edges cleaned out so that within the next few days we can get this cleaned out and put a fresh bale in here, and then probably lock them all out until she's closer to foaling. So, and another thing that I did not unfortunately get on video is Bella ran this morning. So she went outside for a little bit, and I don't know what she was exactly doing out there, but she went outside and then she came back in running. Just a short trot, but a trot. I have never seen this horse do anything besides a fast walk before. So that was pretty cool to see with her sore joints and a whole big yawn this morning. So that was pretty cool to see. I was glad I was here for it, for sure. So Bella's been all up in my business this morning. She's been very lovey. Haven't you? Yeah, you've been all up in Mom's business. So, yeah. That's my little project for this morning. So I'll show you kind of how I'm doing that, and I'll finish taping this video once we have the bobcat in here and cleaning it up. So so I pretty much got everything forked out around the edges and around the posts so that when we bring the skid in here, it's not going to be an issue. Just cleared out all the ways so that once we do bring the skid in, we can just scoop it in. The piles are pretty high, you can't really tell, but there's a lot of stuff in here. Corn bale makes a lot of room, a lot of volume, and adding crap and stuff onto that makes for heavy and gross messes. So I'm probably going to lock everyone out of here. Captain's the only one that's in here anymore, and he has been fairly quiet and by himself this morning, so he won't be very hard to move. But yeah, so that's it for this project for today, and I will show you the rest of it once we get the skid in here to clean this area out, and also putting a new corn bale in. All right, it is cleaning day. So the horses have been locked out of Lou's little pen here all week, and the cats have now inherited it. They like sleeping on the corn bales now that Lou ain't in here. But today, we're bringing in the bobcat and going to clean this portion out, all of the stuff that I pushed away from the walls earlier in the week. And yeah, we're gonna get it cleaned out. So I'm gonna show you the process of how that's gonna go for me. I'm gonna go start up the bobcat and work on this for my project for the day. So I came out into the yard to assess any way to lock them out, and I'd forgotten about these two gates that are supposed to swing together to shut this portion off, because I got to get in that gate with the skid. It's the only way to get into the barn. So if I could leave that gate open so I don't got to get in and out and shut it, that would be the best. And just in case, I'm gonna try shutting these two gates and see if that works. It might not, but we're gonna find out here. It just recently snowed. It's not been too cold enough to freeze really too badly, so this should move fairly easily. It hasn't been used since Grandpa moved all the cows out of here, so oh yeah. I hope the other one moves this easy. That'll be golden. All right, that one's easy. This one looks like it has fallen a little bit. Oh, this one might take a little bit more effort. So after a little bit more of assessment, Grandpa has some baling twine tied around there so that the gate wouldn't shut. So I gotta go get something to cut it or burn it with. Do that. All right, it is cut and ready to go. So we are going to push it over by the other one, lock them up, and we're gonna go get the bobcat started. All right, they're locked out now, so I've got all the room in the world to clean this out. So that's pretty sweet. All right, that gate is opened up, and now let's just open up this one and go get the skid. I'm not really sure. Oh good, it's a bucket. Grandpa's skid loader is a lot different than ours. Ours is quite a bit older, and apparently his attachments are hydraulically changed. Mine, or Dad's I should say, are not. So I'm glad to see that there's a bucket on here. That saves me quite a bit of time. But right, we're gonna Ooh, this one's quiet. I've never ran Grandpa's skid before, so this is interesting. All right, here we go. So I've got everything cleaned out that I wanted. It is pretty much just to get most of the corn bale out and whatever crap in here that Lou had, just so that I can lay down another corn bale. It's got to get cleaned out when she foals anyway, so I'm not going to get too particular with it, but just to get it a little bit cleaner so that hopefully this time when she gets put in there she'll actually foal. So I'm just going to go straighten up the area that I've been driving in and out of because I kind of made it a ruddy mess. So I'm going to clean that up and then let the horses go back in the barn. Alright, so I got everything that I want cleaned out and kind of sort of did my best to grade this down to kind of normal for Grandpa, but what do you do? So I'm gonna go. My cousin is supposed to be bringing me another corn bale to put in here, but I do not know when that is. I was gonna go pick it up today, but he just said that he'll bring it over because he's got time, and it's still not here. So we'll see when he gets that over here. But go put the skid away and finish up anything else I need to do. As I kind of figured, these guys kind of stayed away from most of the action, but they're not as scared of the bobcat as they are other tools because bobcat feeds them hay, so they're pretty interested in it. So but for the most part, my girls stayed to the side, just eating hay, not really stressing too badly. My gelding, on the other hand, Captain, he was running all over the place. He's following me around and following the bobcat, running back and forth. Lou came up to these gates once to see what the ruckus was all about, but that was about it. Other than that, they kind of kept their distance. And I have a feeling now that they see that the barn is back open, they're gonna all hightail it on in there. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Surprised they actually aren't even over here yet. But yeah, I gave everyone some grain and locked Mom over here back into her little portion till she at least finishes her grain, because she hasn't been getting it ever since I let her back outside. She wasn't really showing any signs of foaling soon enough. She's definitely lost quite a bit of weight, which most people think would be a bad thing, but for horses, it just means that they're putting a lot of energy into finishing out the baby. So it's not a bad thing. She definitely seems to be getting a little bit more uncomfortable and just a little bit more antsy. So I have a feeling that means she's getting closer. So that's kind of why I wanted to get the barn cleaned out this weekend and put a new bale in for her so that she can have a clean foaling. She hasn't started waxing yet, which waxing is a small amount of clear like gel almost that will cover her teats when she's getting closer to foaling, and she hasn't really shown any signs of that yet, so no baby quite yet. But she definitely, if you can't tell, she's a bit prancy and all that. Just getting a little bit more uncomfortable, but her belly has definitely dropped. She's a lot less wide on the sides and a lot more, yeah, see, before you could, like, her whole entire belly was sticking out the side. She was very, very wide, and now her belly has just drooped down, which is also a sign of getting closer to foaling. So all good there. So everything with foaling so far is going well, from what I can tell and from what I've learned. So hopefully we have a baby sooner than later. I'm sick of having her in here, and she's sick of being in here, even though she's been outside for a while. When she was in here, she loves being outside. She wasn't really able to go out there very often and for long periods of time. So, yeah. While I'm here, I'm going to clean up the barn a little bit. It's just kind of been a mess since we've been doing little projects here and there. So I'm gonna clean out this area, kind of get it set back up how it was before, and that'll be it for me today. All right, I got everything cleaned up over here, and I took the pitchfork and de-webbed some of the windows, or all of the windows, I should say. Just because it's kind of hard of light in here, so I kind of wanted to clean them up a little bit, just so that it's a little bit easier, especially in the summer, to have some light in here. We do have light bulbs, but they don't really do too much unless it's night out. So cleaned up those, cleaned up this. Still waiting on a corn bale, but we'll get that in here too. All right, so the corn bale's in. I was not here for this portion. I was at work, so my dad and uncle just tossed it in, and they put it in with, I don't remember what attachment to the bobcat, but it pretty much is like a clamp, like a claw, and that's how my dad decided to put it in. So he ripped all the twine off the outside of it, so it is in pieces, and I don't know if you can really see it, but it got everywhere. All outside, inside, all over the barn. He made a nice mess for me. So the main portion of the bale is in here, so that's good. That's all that really counts, I guess. So yeah, it's in here. It's ready to go. And when Lou comes in, she'll spread it out fairly well. What I found out was that the horses they like to dig through it to find all the leftover kernels that might be good or anything else in there that they want to eat. And Lou spreads it out as she goes, so I'm not too worried about spreading it out all that much. The cats have kind of been in and out of the bale as it's been in here, but yeah. So I'm not going to put Lou in quite yet, just because she doesn't need to be in here longer than she needs to be. And yeah, I kind of learned that from last time. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.